Solve the following pair of simultaneous equations. Notice that we have 1 plus 4x is equal to 2y, and we have 3y minus 4 is equal to 8x. Notice that we have equation 1 here, and then here we have equation 2. So we label this one equation 1, and we label this one equation 2. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make y the subject of equation 2. So here is equation 2. This is equation 2. Equation 2 is 3y minus 4 is equal to 8x. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make y the subject of equation 2. How do we do that? Well, we take the negative 4 and we send it over the equal sign. And so what we actually have is 3y is equal to 8x plus 4. It was a negative, but when we send it over the equal sign, it becomes a positive. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides of this equation by 3. And so what that means is that we're going to end up canceling out this 3 with that 3. And so we have that y is equal to 8x plus 4 all over 3. And we're going to call this equation 3. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take equation 3, right? And we're going to substitute it into equation 1 and then solve for x. Now, what is equation 1? Well, equation 1 is right here above. We have 1 plus 4x is equal to 2y. Again, 1 plus 4x is equal to 2y. But we're going to substitute we're going to substitute y into equation 1. And so we know what y is. According to equation 3, this equation right here, we know that y is equal to 8x plus 4 all over 3. So let's substitute that in. So we have 1 plus 4x is equal to 2 times y, and y is 8x plus 4 all over 3. Next, we have to multiply. And so we multiply 2 times 8x, and we multiply 2 times 4. Now, what is 2 times 8x, right? What is 2 times 8x? 2 times 8x is going to be 16x, and 2 times 4 is going to be 8. And so we have 16x plus 8 all over 3. And so that's what we have on this right-hand side. And then we just have 1 plus 4x is still the same. Now we have this linear equation here, but we need to get rid of the denominator. So we need to get rid of this 3. And so an effort to remove the denominator and an effort to have a linear equation that we don't have any, in which we do not have any denominators, we're going to multiply each term of this equation by 3. And that should help us to get rid of this 3 at the bottom. Because if we take 3 and we multiply it by this fraction, what ends up happening is this 3 cancel with that 3. And so we were able to eliminate this 3 at the bottom. But whatever we do to the one term, we have to do to every term. And so since we multiply this by 3, we have to multiply 4x by 3. And 4x times 3 is 12x. And 1 times 3 is simply 3. And so what we actually have is 3 plus 12x is equal to 16x plus 8. So we just have the numerator now. And this is great because we just have a linear equation in which we do not have any numbers at the bottom. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to put all of our x's on one side and all of our numbers on the other. And so we have 16x. We send that over the equal sign. We have 3. We send that over the equal sign. And so what that gives us, we are left with 12 minus 16x, because this was a positive 16. So when we send it over, it becomes a negative 16. And so we have 3. We send it over the equal sign, and that becomes negative 3. And so we have 12x minus 16x is equal to 8 minus 3. What is 8 minus 3? Well, before we even do 8 minus 3, let's do 12 minus 16x. 12 minus 16x. What is 12 minus 16x? Well, what is 12x minus 16x? 12x minus 16x is going to be negative 4x. Again, 12x minus 16x is a negative 4x, and we still put 8 minus 3. But what is 8 minus 3? Well, 8 minus 3 is simply 5. And so we have negative 4x is equal to 5. Now we could divide both sides of this equation by negative 4. We cancel and we cancel. So we get that x is equal to 5 divided by negative 4. And that gives us x is equal to negative 1.25. And so now, since we know what is the value of x, we We know that x is equal to negative 1.25. Since we already know that, we are going to use this and we're going to use it to solve for y. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to take x and we're going to substitute it into equation 3. All right, so this is equation 3 right there. Equation 3 is y is equal to 8x plus 4 all over 3. And we know that x is equal to negative 1.25. And so we take our value for x and we put it into this equation. And so we have that y is equal to 8 times negative 1.25 plus 4 all over 3. And when we do 8 times negative 1.25, we get negative 10. When we multiply those two together, so 8 multiplied by negative 1.25 is negative 10. And we still have the positive 4. And so we have negative 10 plus 4. And negative 10 plus 4 is definitely going to be equal to negative 6. And we still have it divided by 3. And so we have that y is equal to negative 6 divided by 3. And negative 6 divided by 3 is definitely negative 2. And so what does that mean? That means that our answer is x is equal to negative 1.25 and y is equal to negative 2. Again, our answer is x is equal to negative 1.25 and y is equal to negative 2. And that's our answer to this question. Our answer is x is equal to 1.25, x is equal to negative 1.25, and y is equal to negative 2.